time now is 6:26 a.m. on March 5th. Yep. Yeah, I tried my best to sleep as early as possible, but I just can't. I just can't. I'm sorry. So I went to bed at around 2:30, but I didn't immediately fall asleep, so let's just say 2:40 or 2:45. And then I slept until 6:15. So that's 3.5 hours. Back to zero, back to square one. Yeah, it's so extremely cold. Also, I didn't start packing. Today is the last day. So, yesterday I didn't start packing. I did clear up the table, I did change a little bit of stuff, put my clothes bags here, clear up this area a little bit. But I didn't start packing. I don't think I'm gonna be able to watch Batman tonight, honestly. As much as I want to, there really is no time. There really is no time. So, yeah. I'm gonna eat some cereal now, and then I'm just gonna leave. Yeah, that's all. It's 10 degrees Celsius right now. I don't know why it's so fucking cold. It's only 10 degrees Celsius. And it's so dry. And there's no hot water in the house, so I drank cold water right off the bat in the morning. Every single day. The weather ain't so nice. It's not very nice. Hope it doesn't rain. Alright, time now is 7:21. Wow. The moment I got off bus number 3, bus number 1 showed up. Just back to back. So, I'm really early today. I'm like 40 minutes early. Or, well, 30 minutes early, because 40 minutes later it would be 8 a.m. already. Wow. I'm gonna walk really slow now and kill some time maybe. Oh my god, that's a squirrel. What the heck? Why is it not focusing? There we go. You know what? Since I'm actually already nearby and I still have tons of time, I'm gonna walk backwards and check out the Airbnb that I'm going to be in tomorrow. Which seems like a waste of time, but actually, it's entirely possible. Okay. Should be right here. Literally right here, the Airbnb. Literally right over there. This is my neighborhood. Hold on. Literally right there. This is it. Or it could be this one. I don't know. But it's either this, or this one, or this one. I have no idea. But one of this is going to be my new home. You know what? Fine neighborhood. And one amazing thing is that next Saturday, I don't have to wake up super early. I don't have to wake up at 6:15. I can wake up at 7:15. And I would still have extra time. That's a great thing. Wow. Alright, since I'm early, I'm gonna show around the place in HD. I could actually buy drinks here. Drinks and snacks. How much is it? I don't know. Okay. Am I the earliest one? I live an entire hour away by bus, and I'm still the earliest one. Oh, apparently not. Alright, filming in 2K it is. Okay, actually no. There we go. 720p. Because I filmed this part already. So, yeah, just finished classes 12:09 afternoon. Couple things. Yeah, to my disappointment, the Japanese girl has dropped the class. She's not in the roster anymore, and now I'm the only East Asian in the class. RIP. And I was going well with the Japanese girl too. Like, you know, I impressed her a little bit maybe when I said I knew how to play the flute, and I said I knew where Gunma is. But I guess not. I think she dropped the class because movie making isn't really her ultimate thing. Her ultimate thing is more classical music, so you know, film 40, cinematography is some deep stuff. So I guess she's just not willing to go there. And it's a morning class too, and she probably can't switch it to the afternoon class. Alright, anyways, yeah, again, I was super early. Spoke to several people. I spoke with the film club. I actually socialized with people really well, actually. Like, I feel like during the breaks, because the breaks are actually really long, people actually group up. People actually have time to interact with each other and group up. And I feel like I'm kind of in the big group. So the two Mexican people, a dude and a woman, they're like chatting, and they're in their own inner circle. And when the class started, they were chatting to each other. I don't speak Spanish, but I could hear them talking about food and breakfast. They're just chatting about everything. But before the class, I spoke to the film club president a little bit, talked to her about watching Batman. I told her that I asked her about oral quiz. And in the break, I asked her about watching Batman tonight, and she said, oh yeah, we're gonna watch there. And I said, oh, I wanted to go, but I can't because I have to move and I have to pack. I spoke to the Filipino boy more, which is cool, about, you know, just whatever. And the Swedish guy, the big Swedish guy who was in a rush last Saturday, he came to me and said, oh, sorry, I left in a rush last time. I knew you wanted to speak to me. And I said, oh, it's fine, it's fine. And then this other guy, I don't even know what's the race of the guy, but kind of slightly brown skinned, maybe Latino, I don't know. Light skinned maybe? I don't even know anymore. I think Latino. He spoke to me a little bit, and then I spoke to the Israeli guy a little bit, and then there's the big group with the half British guy. It appears he is the most popular one, the half British guy, and I chatted with him a little bit, and he said he's an activist. He spoke up for the BLM protest a couple times. And he said he likes history films outside of US history, and he said he hates Marvel. And that is so funny, you know. And our professor also hates Marvel and hates the Oscars and said it's all crap. But then someone in the class, some other person in the class, a tall white man with long hair, was like, no, actually Marvel is pretty good. And that was kind of funny, just how people have different tastes in movies. But yeah, I spoke to him a little bit as well. I didn't speak to a lot of girls today, but that's okay. And that's all really. That's all for today. Seemed nice, but a wee bit shame that the Japanese girl is not here, but just a wee bit. I think I can still manage, especially the Filipino boy who I spoke to him like, oh, so I'm the only East Asian here now and you're the only Southeast Asian, and he's like, oh yeah. And he said all my Filipino brothers and sisters are all taking nursing. And I'm like, yeah, my friends in Hong Kong are also all taking medicine and engineering. And he's like, yeah, people who love movies, Asians who love movies are rare. And I said, yeah, like making movies? That's crazy. I was really sleepy during class, but I didn't fall asleep or anything because the class is interesting. But yeah, I never really raised my hand to ask questions or anything, but whenever I was called out, I answered pretty well. So there's that, and not much else. I look forward to continue to socialize. There's the Russian girl, the shy Russian girl, and this morning before class started, the professor also asked her about, okay, how are you doing, especially you, how is your grandparents doing, your grandparents in Russia facing sanctions? And she's like, yeah, and she explicitly stated that she supports Ukraine, which is good to hear. And she even wore light blue pants and a yellow shirt to show support, which is a very extravagant way, very fancy way of showing support, which is nice. And yeah, that's that. And after the class, I didn't want to be awkward, so I tried to find a balance between me acting cool and all, but also me trying to socialize. And I spoke with is that guy pissing? That guy's pissing, ain't he? I spoke to the half British dude, and I was like, oh yeah, you know, I love history too, outside of US history. Alright, so I'm back, yay. Couple things. I don't know why did I say a couple things. Right, so time now is 1:16, and I looked at my meal plans, and that's true. I have salami, sausages, I got a clove, I got garlic, and I can cook myself beans and eggs, and I also have ice cream, but that can last me a meal, and that's not a lot of vegetables nor a lot of starch. And that's a meal only. I still have to survive until tomorrow afternoon at this place. So what am I gonna do now is I'm gonna go to Taco Bell and buy a burrito. Just a small burrito, nothing else, because again, I could cook myself eggs if I want to. I could fry beans if I want to. I got the garlic. But here's the thing, man. My new place, my new Airbnb, it's nice and all. It's close to a McDonald's, but it's kind of far away from a Taco Bell. So this might be my last chance to be able to have Taco Bell conveniently. So, yeah, let's get a burrito. Alright, because of the garlic clove from yesterday, my entire fridge smells like garlic right now. God damn it. Alright. Alright, anyways. Hot sauce. Crunchwrap Supreme.
And what a tremendous performance. He made that look easy for very fast practice.
He was good. It was fast. I mean, he didn't get all his flow today, but he, was able to cruise to the lead down the middle of the backside and looked like, he was just waiting for competition.
What do you do next with a horse like this?
Well, I don't know. That'll be into France for Lenny Powell, and then David, the NHC champion.
Alright, time now is 2:10 p.m. Yeah, I'm tired as hell. I don't know. I just came back home and I still need to pack, and I still um I still got homework to do. I'm not gonna do any movie reviews today, and I'm supposedly have to watch anime tonight. So the Chinese dude, I forgot what's his fake name, Thomas. Um, Yesterday and a couple of days ago, I've been thinking about Batman and wanting to watch it in the cinema, and I don't want to watch it alone. And I know that some other film club people will be there, but only some other. I don't know how much. If nobody's there, but a couple people from the film club, then I would look like an idiot. So at least I want to be with someone. So I asked Thomas, the Chinese dude, and he said that's cool. And then yesterday he said he doesn't know if he's gonna make it or not because he has homework. And then this morning I realized that I may also not be able to make it because I got packing to do and I also got homework. But for the last couple of days, it was like I really want to go. Like I give off this vibe where it's like, please go, please go. And maybe he's already annoyed with it. And then before lunch, before I even told him that I may not be able to go, I don't want to tell him this fast because I don't want him to think that, okay, Batman's the only thing on my mind right now. But then he suddenly said, so my idea is that he's going to tell me that he won't go because he's busy. And I said, oh yeah, me too. And then that's it. But no, he told me that he wants to go. And I don't know how to respond other than I'm not sure if I can go or not. Now, it's just some homework and it's a lot of packing. If I'm able to finish all the homework in time and pack in time, I may be able to still head out. There's still a possibility, but the possibility's slim given that it's already 2 right now and the cinema's like, I don't know, maybe I have to take a bus an hour away and I have to leave because the movie starts at 5. I have to leave at 4. That gives me 2 hours. I don't know how much that is. I gotta finish homework and I gotta pack. And also the movie lasts for 3 hours, so it's all the way until 8. And how about dinner? What now? Why not have a final dinner here, you know? So there's that. Also, I still haven't found anyone who can perhaps help me move. I'm asking Jonah, but I'm not sure if he's okay or not. This is a huge problem. I need to solve multiple issues right now before I could enjoy Batman, you know? Alright, so right now I am clearing stuff. I've moved some stuff over here. I have, again, I'm trying to clear up as much space as possible. And guess what I found? What? So I was going through my junk letters, my junk mails, right? And I was gonna throw them away. And then down there, I found 2 weird things. Okay, can I show the? Oh, I can't show the back. And down there, I saw 2 documents, and I was like, wait, what? I've never seen this before. So I opened it up, and guess what? It's the check. What the fuck? It's been here the whole time? Are you kidding me? Why wasn't I able to find it? Why was it hidden then? It doesn't make any sense. I just can't find it and then suddenly it shows up. What the fuck? Okay, regardless, this doesn't hurt me all that much. In fact, this might have helped me because if I had cash a couple days ago and I immediately bought that rental house, that room, it wouldn't have been a pleasurable experience. So maybe it's a good thing I didn't have cash, but what the fuck? Alright, a couple things. It's 4:12 p.m. I just found the checks. They're here the whole time. I don't know why. I might be stupid, I might be blind, but I just found them underneath the stack of letters. And if I tell mom now, I hope she says this must be what God wanted. Not me not being able to find the cash. Not being able to find the check, thus not having the cash. And I hope this is actually the case, because what in the hell? Anyways, more things on the other end of things. Thomas the Chinese dude had not responded to me. Maybe he's mad that I'm not able to go to the Batman screening tonight. I don't even know anymore. So on Instagram, suddenly some random girl wanted to follow me. And that always happens, because usually those aren't actually girls, but are scam accounts, phishing accounts, stupid frauds. But this time it seems legit, because the name of the account is Ella something. And I remember, that there's a girl in my Film 40 class called Ella. Right, I remember that. And so I checked more, and her account is private, but Sadie Sink, who's in Stranger Things and who recently starred in a Taylor Swift music video. I haven't even watched that music video. Follows her, which is kind of weird. Okay, and this isn't the first time something like this has happened. Like, I remember an account that follows me. Oh right, that's Andy Morin from Death Grips follows an account, and that account wanted to follow me, but then kind of said never mind at the end. I don't know what happened there, but this is different. This is weird. Sadie Sink, who has like 15 million followers on Instagram now. 15. A few years ago, she's like nobody, right? So maybe Sadie Sink and Ella knows each other. I don't know. So she followed me, and then I followed her back, and she accepted the follow. So that's weird. And then I checked my Instagram stories. I wasn't doing a lot in the last 2 hours. I was just nosying around. I was just super tired. I was nosing around on Instagram, and I saw my Instagram story, like, wow, so many people have read my story. And then I scrolled down to see if Ella is there. Turns out the Russian girl who I DM'd in the Mingle Zoom meeting, in the International Student Education Center Zoom meeting, who's also the same Russian girl who showed up in my Film 31 class on Wednesday nights, she saw my story for some reason. And then some random Chinese person also saw my story. And that Chinese person is actually a friend of Diana's. And I was like, hold on, are they spying on me? What's going on? Turns out, the best explanation for this is that I was too nosy, and maybe yesterday or a couple days ago, I think yesterday, I saw this Russian girl's Instagram, and I looked at her stories, thus my name popped up, thus she saw me, and she's like, ooh, I'm curious who this weird person is, because I have a weird profile picture, and she tapped on it, and the same thing happened to the Chinese person, except I actually had accounted for this, and I was thinking that it may never happen, because she has like 2,040 something followers. So out of 2,040 something followers, probably 1,300 people watch her stories. So why would she go over every single Instagram account who has seen her story one by one and find me, and then got curious and then click on my Instagram story? That is very unlikely, but it happened, and it's kind of awkward. She may be thinking that I'm stalking her, and she may also put 2 and 2 together and realize that I am the same Hong Kong boy in her Film 31 class. So next Wednesday, I need to speak to her and clarify what's going on. I really need to. But my opening line will not be, oh, you saw my Instagram story and I saw yours, but we never followed each other. My opening line would be, hey, you're from the IEC Zoom meeting. So that's scary. And the Chinese dude, I don't care about him, honestly. Honestly, my theory, what I think is that I'll never even see Diana again in my life. It just seems as though Diana's not interested in hanging out with people like me and Potter. I just feel like she doesn't like us. I don't know, man. Just friendship is like thin ice. Like socializing with people, it's like 5D chess. It's kind of, you got to calculate every move, man. Also, about an hour ago, while I was eating chocolate, Jonah suddenly called me, Jonah from the Chinatown church, and he said, okay, I'm free tomorrow, do you need more help? And I said, well, I have 3 suitcases and some bags, and he said, okay, I'm gonna help. And I'm grateful, and yeah, that's great. Somebody's taking me there tomorrow. Ooh, thank God. And I told him about the whole back alley thing, because the owner of the Airbnb told me to sneak in and out and never tell people that there's an Airbnb there. It's a secret Airbnb. All right, guys. The training, the packing montage resumes. That's a good thumbnail. So first of all, socks, short pants. Alright, so, quite systematic. All my short-sleeved and long-sleeve shirts here. All my short-sleeve pants here, with all socks. All my underwear here. All my undershirts here, plus 3 more t-shirts. And it seems like I have no room anymore. I have a bunch of jackets. I have no room anymore. That's all my bags. And I have also a bunch of these shirts. And again, I have no room anymore. I must just plainly put them in the luggage. To be fair, I have these bags, but none of them are... I don't want to use these because they break easily. And I don't want to use this because it's dirty. And I could use this in somewhere better. But, empty, not yet. Alright, time now is 7:51 p.m. Yeah, I haven't packed much. I just watched almost an hour of Ordinary People, and I have to do a movie discussion thing, homework thing with that. Yeah, I don't know, man. So today's the last day I'm gonna be in this house. Also the last day of second arc, I guess, if you want to divide my life here in LA in arcs. And to make sure I have the best final feast, the host is gone. They're gone. To be fair, I only told the host during lunch today when I had the Crunchwrap Supreme. Mr. C was there, and I told him, I found an Airbnb, and he's like, oh, really? He was genuinely confused because he told me, oh, because the ISP told me that that you're requesting to extend your stay here until the 10th. What? I mean, that's true though. When my mom, when a couple days ago, when I was still homeless, my mom was helping me, so she asked the ISP to do something about it, and she asked a lot of people to help me and look for places, look for people who could potentially give me a place. And I guess, pushing front and back. If I push front, it's finding a new place ASAP. If I push back, it's extending my stay here. Please let me stay here a little longer. But I've already found an Airbnb, and I guess Mr. C's just, if Mr. C had known a fraction of the stress that I endured, and the amount of work and effort I've done just to find a bed and shelter, he would probably be shocked to the bone. But, he was confused. He's like, the ISP told me you wanted to stay until March 10th. And I'm like, no, I'm going to leave tomorrow, I just straight up told him, so tomorrow I'm going to leave, maybe 3 p.m., 4 p.m.-ish. And he's like, whoa, what? So I guess he never really intended today to be the last day, but it just happens to be the last day, and he just knew this afternoon, I guess. So he never really, and even if it's the last day, I don't think he would prepare like a big feast or anything, but maybe at least prepare something nice, just a little farewell meal. I also don't get to say goodbye to the Japanese woman across me, but I did open the door for her when I came back home from my final Ralph's shop, and I don't need to say goodbye to the dogs, they hate me, but I did stroke the back of a cat one last time, and it was nice. And the cat hissed at me like a week ago when the cat was sleeping on a chair in a room in the living room, the one immediately after the entrance, not the other one. And the cat hissed at me, and I'm like, okay, the cat's annoyed. He doesn't want to be touched, but I don't know. Well, oh well. Well, oh well. So the host told me that he cooked me some beans and potatoes. Definitely leftover beans and potatoes, the same ones I cooked for myself like yesterday. And he prepared like a burger for me again, just like yesterday, just like last night. Yeah, shabby. Yeah, definitely leaves a lot to be desired. I'll see if I can cook the beans again, but this time with garlic, because I know 100% for sure that he didn't use garlic, because I guess, I don't know. And I still have some salami in my fridge. I'm gonna finish that, and if I'm still hungry, I'm not gonna buy any food. I'm not gonna go Uber Eats anymore. If I'm still hungry, I'm gonna eat ice cream and the Applejack cereal if need be, because I don't want to be moving the ice cream with me because it's going to melt in the car for 20 minutes. It's gonna turn to milkshake anyways. So, oh my god, I don't know, man. I don't know anymore. Oh my god, this is serious. Smoked salmon from September 1st, 2019. Everything here is expired, or at least most things here are expired, or nearly expired. It's astonishing, actually. Alright, so that's what the host prepared me. Beans and potatoes. Bread. I kind of want to make something myself since it's my last night here. Kind of want to eat this banana, but I mean, is it edible? Why is there a piece of thing here? I don't know. I kind of want to cook something though. I need to figure something out. Kind of want to cook something. I don't know. There's cheese in here. I could do something with that if I oven it with the buns. Just trying to get creative here. There are tomatoes here, which is nice, but okay. I remember clearly that. Yep, there we go. There's mold. He puts everything in plastic bags, and my mom told me that, and it's the truth. Putting them in plastic bags is a terrible idea because you're devoiding them of oxygen, and the moisture is trapped, and you know, bacteria just incubates. I mean, Jesus, just look at this. How? Why? Again in a plastic bag. Okay. More potatoes just straight up in the fridge. I don't need more potatoes. Just why? 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 No idea. You know what? I'll steal a mushroom. Fried with garlic. I'll steal one. Yes. Okay, so I'm cooking mushrooms for the first time in my life, I think. Tore one out, chopped it up, and then fry it in oil and garlic. Don't know how it's gonna taste, but if it's edible, it's edible. Oh, maybe I should have washed it first. Shit. Here we go. Time now is 8:28 p.m. This is my final feast. Even though the host didn't prepare me much, except for 2 burgers, and then this minus the mushrooms and some potatoes, I spiced it up a bit with the garlic, with the mushroom. I took some bread, microwaved it, and realized it's a bad idea. I tried to melt some mozzarella cheese on top. It's burnt now. Whatever, fine. Salami, and you know what? Looking nice, looking like a lot. All right, let's try the mushroom first. Star of the show. I never cooked mushroom in my life before. Cheers. It's fine. The texture is fine, but just not a lot of taste, really. Well, this is fucked. I can't eat a burger with this. Maybe. Well. That's great. Potatoes. He baked them, not me. If I did, it would look better. And it's cold too. Alright, so as you can see, this is inedible. This is basically rock. So I made myself another one. Who cares? It's my last night. I'm just gonna, you know, friggin', yeah, let's do it. There we go, the more improved version. Oven baked is so much better. Like, the texture is so much better. Time now is 11:17 p.m. I kind of finished watching Ordinary People, the movie, even though I skipped a few scenes already, which is something that I really don't want to, but I kind of have to, because right now I'm seriously out of time. I'm going to leave this house in about 16 hours, and I still haven't packed, and I still have to sleep, and I still have homework to do. I am about 16 hours away from leaving this house, and I still haven't packed. I still have homework to do, and I still have to watch Mushoku Tensei, and I still gotta take a shower and go to bed. I'm so happy I didn't go to watch Batman today, because I wouldn't have made it. It would be a disaster if I'd done so. But yeah, during dinner, in the last part of my dinner, the dinner is great, by the way. It's not great, but it's, you know what? It's like, I did good. I did good. So, Pink texted me, you know, saying that, in fact, throughout the last few days, people like Pink and Leo and Zara and Cedric had also been speaking to me on Instagram, because I've been making these Instagram stories. Like, sometimes I'm just so, like, stressed out, but I also want to keep it professional, but I also really want to just express my situation, so I just go on Instagram stories, right? And Pink and Miriam and Leo and Cedric, they saw that and they responded to me. That's pretty cool. Cedric, I'm not gonna talk too much about Cedric because he cool guy, but it just baffles me that it's been 8 years since I've known the guy. 8 years, sheesh. And I wouldn't say we're close. We have changed so much. We barely recognize each other, and nowadays we speak to each other once a month or once every 2 months. But it's still there. Like, the friendship is still there, and it's beautiful. But Pink texted me on Instagram, actually on WhatsApp, saying, asking me if I have heard anything about Olivia and Kingsley lately. Man, I have not heard of any story about Olivia or Kingsley for a long time, for a long time. So, and honestly, at this stage, I don't care anymore. I mean, I would have cared, but I've changed, and I've grasped another concept about life already. Like, after December last year and after going to USA, like, I have just, I wouldn't say I've grown cold towards people, but I would feel less pain right now if you tell me somebody's gone forever. Not necessarily die, just gone forever. Because people, they just disappear from your life. Like Mary, the girl, she just disappears, and there's nothing I can do, and that's life. So I don't really care about Kingsley or Olivia anymore. I mean, they follow me on Instagram, and that's already good enough. Like, that's already great, fantastic. But apparently, Kingsley unfollowed Pink, and Pink's kind of worried that Kingsley hates her now, and I feel like, given that Leo is always busy with his university work, and Pink, I mean, while Leo and Pink are a really good fit, I guess Leo isn't the most capable person when it comes to listening to Pink's rants and vents, and Pink always calls Kingsley and speak to him, and Kingsley's always nice towards Pink. But according to Natalie, Kingsley finds Pink annoying, and according to Pink, Kingsley finds Natalie untrustable and dangerous, when in fact Kingsley's just being Kingsley, just saying whatever he wants to please everyone and benefit himself. Which I don't hate. I don't hate Kingsley. I mean, he's a bit of a, I wouldn't say a schemer, but Kingsley isn't that simple of a person, and I understand that, and I don't hate him for it. You know, he's got his reasons too. Yeah, I told Pink to just not worry about it. There's nothing I could do, and I don't think Kingsley hates her. If Kingsley really hates her, then Kingsley would have just blocked her on Instagram. Kingsley didn't do that. I feel like Kingsley's also kind of like annoyed because Pink lately has been posting a lot of Instagram stories about doing yoga. Anyone would be annoyed, to be honest, but I'm glad that Pink is getting happier nowadays, even though just because Pink has dropped out of college and is pursuing yoga and doing mindfulness and has a pet hamster now, doesn't mean she's a completely happy, mentally healthy person. She still has imperfections, and that's totally okay. And I gotta start packing, but that's what I told Pink. And I also spoke to Cedric a little bit. Cedric wanted to do a Minecraft video with me, which is great, but I gotta pack. I really need to, and I'm also extremely thirsty. And all right, what's the next step? Oh my god, I still got college homework. Jesus Christ. And also on March 7th, Monday, I have a chemistry exam. And I have not watched lectures at all for the last 3 weeks because I just didn't care. And they're probably really easy, but I really just don't care. Let's see, what is the packing procedure. So as I pack, because I know this won't be the last time I'm gonna move. You know, I'm gonna move probably at least 2-3 more times, which is something that I hate, but I have to do it. Right, so packing procedure. I am making in Excel. So this is okay, this is packing when I'm still at home, and things have changed a bit. January 1st, and then things have changed a bit. This is my departure, and then this is the one I'm doing now. And what I'm trying to do now is these are the steps. So clean up the trash, clear a space. I clear the space, categorize group items, pack clothes into bags, choose what to pack on the last day and last minute, start assembling, and use old videos as reference. Group categories of items right here, categories and clothing items, just to be sure. And then this is going to be my departure outfit. Yeah, so right now I really gotta start assembling, which is the worst part. I'm gonna use my old video, as example. Man, you know what? I'm gonna skip Mushoku Tensei. I just can't. I just don't have the time. I just don't. I have no idea where to set my luggage. Like, it could be here, it could be... I can't go here because man's gotta sleep, right? Unless... I don't know. This is the only available spot, in my opinion. So I'm gonna start with this spot. But then I need to go back and forth from here then. So what if I move this glass desk a little bit over there, so that I have a small walking space like this, and I set my luggage here. I think that is probably my best bet right now, and I'm gonna use my old videos as reference, and hopefully I'll pack most of the stuff tonight, and then tomorrow morning I still got a little bit of time, because last time I moved out I have to leave by 11. This time I can leave by 3 or 3:30. It's fine. Yeah. Alright, since I don't think Mr. C and Mrs. C had gone home yet, let's do something smart. You and I both know what that is. Let's check how heavy I am. I like to keep a record of how heavy I am. Okay, this is their bathrooms. I'm gonna trespass it because I'm an evil person. They also like to keep their toilet seats open to make it even worse. Oh boy. Okay, that's not working. 133.0. Okay, let's see how much is one shoe. £0. For real? I need to. Oh my god, just in time. Just in time. Thank God I remember checking my own weight. Jesus Christ. Okay. Anyways, black luggage down. I'm gonna record myself doing this now. First of all, the 3 important big suits. The detective suit, the other detective suit, and the detective shirt and vest. That's layer 1. Layer 2, I'm gonna follow my own... I don't know. I'm gonna put this right here, and then diaries on top. Something softer right here, hard, soft. At the very top, electronic bag. Okay, so I don't know why my phone crashed again, but fuck. I may have to buy a new phone as soon as possible. And I'm not gonna bring my phone to the bathroom when I shower anymore in the USA again, unless there's an air vent. Because this is fucking insane. I feel like, I know this isn't water leak, because water leakage will make my phone look green and glitchy. I've been there before, I've gone through all sorts of problems. This is a battery issue. It's dying randomly, and I'm gonna try my best to prevent it, I think. So it's dying more and more frequently. Last time it died, I was in the old host house while watching Mushishi, and then that was just a one-time thing. And then a whole month, maybe even 1.5 months later, it died again, halfway through a college update video, like a thoughts update video. And then the Nosferatu review, it just died at the end. And then just now, like 10 minutes ago, it just died. I immediately transferred some videos into my laptop. Thank God the USB works. I immediately cleared some videos and charged my phone a little bit. It's at 33% now. I suspect that maybe it's a battery plus storage thing, so maybe I should avoid filming while being on low battery, while also being in low storage. I don't even know. Alright, but this is my gray luggage. I am really at a loss right now because so I have actually a lot of stuff, way more than you thought. So I have so many like long sleeve shirts, and underneath all these I have the fishnet bag of clothes. Shoe 1, shoe 2 is right here on top of my microphone, and then just more clothes right here just rolled up. And that's the whole freaking luggage, and I don't even know if I can close this one or not. And that's omitting more shoes over here. Tomorrow I will have to get this one and get this one. And more food and this thing. And I'm thinking maybe, you know what, all this stuff, last time I packed, I used this mask as a cushion, and before I left I just put this in the black one. But you know what? I can't do that anymore. This is just, I can't. It's just going to make it way worse for me. I'm just going to use Dee's bag. Dee's big bag to, you know, just shuck it in. Whatever. So tomorrow I'm just going to shuck everything into Dee's bag. And I'm going to throw away these plastic bags as well. Plastic bottles. Throw them all away. And all the food items, one bag. Some bathroom washy stuff, one bag. I'm not gonna put this into the luggage. And I'm gonna wash my clothes too. Oh, and then there's a diagonal black bag. Maybe I'm gonna put the diagonal bag in Dee's bag too. I don't know. There's a belt. I'm gonna put the belt here actually. And all this food. I'm just gonna organize this a little bit. Hold on. Alright. I almost forgot the books. Book's done. This is the black one again. There's one more shoe over there. I put in the gray one. And then everything else right here is either gonna... Okay, that one, pajama bag, that is extremely important. And I don't want that in Dee's bag because this is important. So now I need to make a difference. Where should I put my shoes and where should I put my pajama bag? So my pajama bag will go in here. This empty spot, the pajamas. That's right. Which means that this spot here, this luggage in general, is the safe luggage. All my important stuff, my diary, my books, my DVDs and CDs, all here, right? All here. And then my dirtier stuff, shoes and whatnot, this one. And it's forever going to be like this. It's the rest of the stuff all over here. The food is going to the food bag. Some of this small miscellaneous stuff will go to another bag. And then everything else will either be in my backpack or in Dee's bag. Especially Dee's toilet paper roll, which I will not put in there right now because, I don't know, I may have to use later. I'm going to throw away all this stuff tomorrow. Oh yeah, also this shoe, right? Because I need to take it out immediately and use it. Dee's bag, unfortunately. So are these slippers. This one, handheld. That's pretty much it. Laptop, this, Dee's bag, tissues, Dee's bag, laptop, electronic stuff, backpack, and Dee's bag. So yeah, a lot on Dee's bag. I'm gonna do it tomorrow morning. Hopefully I have enough time. Alright. Good days, good day. Bad day. Bad riddance. Bad riddance. I'm gonna try my best to finish all this. And then as for the rest in the fridge, sausages tomorrow morning. Memorabilia box, I'm gonna keep it. Lemon tea and orange juice, I'll bring it. Sausages, I'll finish. That's it. That's the whole fridge. All gone. I'm gonna watch anime now. I'm gonna resume tomorrow. Maybe wake up at 8, maybe wake up at 9. Somewhere in between. Something like that. That's all. And chemistry homework, gonna do tomorrow morning. Can't do now, too late, I'm sorry.